What's cool about kava is it acts more like a nootropic than a sedative. It kind of makes you more social like alcohol, but without worsening your concentration or without lowering your ability to walk around and remember stuff. So alcohol depletes your abilities, your motor skills, your mental skills, while kava seems to, for most people, enhance your cognitive skills, enhance your social ability, how much you're in the mood to socialize. USAbotanicals.com. I found this for a client who has really tremendous anxiety, and that's despite being on a low dose of Ativan or lorazepam, which is a benzodiazepine GABA receptor agonist that boosts GABA and dopamine and is a sedative tranquilizer. So even though she's taking a small dose of that once per day, and due to all sorts of stress, genetic issues, no sunlight, etc., on and on. She's still not getting the type of anxiolytic benefits from all of her medicines combined and her lifestyle combined. So I told her about, and I gave her the precautions too. It said, let's do the due diligence first, but Kava, 95% Kavalactone extract paste wax. This Kava 95% extract paste is the strongest, most concentrated Kava extract available anywhere. I've never found anything stronger than this. The strongest I've ever self-administered was 80% Kavalactones Kava, which went out of business, unfortunately. Captain Kava Dabs wax. So this went out of business, but I used to buy these in early alcohol recovery. These were little tiny containers of kava wax, really, really small, 80% of the good stuff, the active cavalactone compounds in there that give you the dopamine, that give you the GABA, and that give you the serotonin, and that make your, 84% pure cavalactones, and that make your tongue and mouth numb. Thus, the more cavalactones and the stronger purity, close to 100% it is, the more it's going to numb your mouth, not at all unlike doing cocaine. If you've ever done that before, you know you got some good coke if it really numbs your mouth. If you can't feel your face, that's from one of those old, probably 90s movies, I can't feel my face. Well, the cavalactones won't make you not feel it, but they'll numb it up pretty good. They even put this cavalactone extract in certain microwave hair removal products too, because it can numb up the area. This says kava extract paste is the strongest and anti-anxiety, melts your anxiety away instantly. Muscle relaxer, relax those muscles after a long day of work and give them the rest they deserve. Sleep aid, fall asleep easily and comfortable. So I haven't tried this one, but I've tried a bunch like it in the past, maybe between the years, probably like 2 to 5 post addiction. I probably went through a 6 month to year or longer phase of using kava extract paste, or this wax actually, until it went out of business for anxiety, for generalized anxiety, social anxiety, and just for to. It's what's cool about kava is it acts more like a nootropic than a sedative. It kind of makes you more social like alcohol, but without worsening your concentration or without lowering your ability to walk around and remember stuff. So alcohol depletes your abilities, your motor skills, your mental skills, while kava seems to, for most people, enhance your cognitive skills, enhance your social ability, your how much you're in the mood to socialize and how much. So for a extreme introvert, on literally the furthest you could get to the introvert side of the extrovert introvert horizontal spectrum, I'm at the very end of the introvert spectrum. And during those years, I was around a lot of people. My daughter was super young, so I was always taking her to SeaWorld and the zoo and the parks, all the different parks around here. And I was taking her on play dates and birthday parties with all these little kids and parents and just people all the time. And this is actually even before I learned about a highly sensitive person and that I was one. And this is long before I learned about an empath and that I was one. But needless to say, this stuff, since I used it for that long, obviously it worked. Now, I never noticed a single benefit, mind you, when I tried over-the-counter kavas that you could buy on Amazon or that you could buy at a grocery store, at a health food store, at a supplement store like Vitamin Shop, GNC, Whole Foods, Sprouts, you name it. I could never find any kava that I felt anything until until I tried Kava. Company went out of business, but my dad had a vaporizer that was an oil vaporizer. He said, "Hey, take a hit of this." When I walked upstairs many years ago, probably a decade ago, actually. And my neck I was going through chronic pain at the time, and my neck was really hurting and really tight and really sore. And two big hits of this Kava. This was actually Kava oil, and this was really good, pure, but that company went out of business too. But you could buy these Kava extract oil vials, Vials, vials. And my dad had from that same company that was local even. He had an oil vaporizer for that specific Kava. And I just took two big puffs, blew out big clouds of this Kava oil vapor, and my neck tension, 100% gone. My mood, 300% more positive and more social and outgoing and talkative. The problem was is it wore off really quickly and my neck got tight again, maybe an hour or two at the most. So it lasts longer if you just put it underneath your tongue, which is what I did with these, and which is what I told my client if she does end up, after doing her due diligence and talking to her psychiatrist and making sure it's okay with the other stuff she can do. And you only need a little bit, the size of maybe a piece of rice under your tongue. So I had one that was about 85% before, and I went on a hike in Julian, California, which is a beautiful place if you've never been there. A lot of it looks like this right here. I think this was even the trail. Yeah, more looked like this. So if you can imagine myself, and Willow was a little kid. She was probably 5 or 6, maybe 4 or 5. And I also had my friend Laura with us. So it's kind of long drive. But with that kava paste, the drive was mellow. The hike was euphoric. And I never had any addiction or withdrawal or anything like that or anything close, even with the high cavalactone kavas. Now, I have heard some people say that this is dangerous for addiction and it's just replacing one thing with another. So there's a lot of different viewpoints on this. So I'm not recommending that anyone take any of this, but it's a rad resource that helped me a lot and has helped a lot of people to mellow out, to chill out, to I never used it to get high. I always used it to relax because I was always hyper aroused, my nervous system. And that's why I had so much neck tension and shoulder pain and irritation and impatience and these other symptoms. They were all symptoms of having a upregulated nervous system. So the kava helped me to get in my window of tolerance, the sweet spot of my nervous system.